Do you believe that sometimes our greatest dreams are buried deep inside old pages, covered with the dust of time? And if one day you happen to find them again, would your heart smile, or would it break into tears? Anita, 68 years old, lived in a quiet little town in India. Every morning she followed the same ritual, brewing a cup of hot ginger tea, settling into her wooden chair by the window, and gazing silently at the world outside. The sky would slowly pale, the first rays of sunlight breaking through, while the birds filled the air with songs, like the opening notes of a new day. Yet deep inside her heart, there was still an emptiness, a silence that no sound could fill. 5 years earlier, Anita had retired from her life as a school teacher. Since then, her days moved in steady repetition, like the hands of a clock that never changed its rhythm. The morning newspaper, watering her small pots of plants at noon, and long evenings with the flickering glow of the television. Her husband had already passed away. Her children were scattered in distant cities, busy with their own lives, rarely able to return. The home that was once full of warmth now felt unbearably still, a stillness so heavy it sometimes suffocated her. And then one day, while cleaning out an old wooden cupboard tucked away in the corner, Anita stumbled upon a notebook. Its cover was dark brown, coated in dust, its pages yellowed and fragile, carrying the faint musty scent of forgotten dreams. Her hands trembled as she opened it, turning the pages carefully, until her eyes froze on the very first one. There, written in her own youthful handwriting, were these words: "My bucket list: visit Paris and see the Eiffel Tower. Write a book of short stories. Learn how to swim." Anita stopped cold. Her chest tightened, and tears blurred the ink on the page. "When did I write this?" she whispered. And then, like a flood, the memories returned. She was 25 at the time, a young woman with big dreams, so sure that life was long and that there would always be enough time. But then came work, then marriage, then children, then responsibilities that grew heavier year after year. And she always told herself, "I'll do it later, there will be time." But in the blink of an eye, 43 years had passed. Now, she still longed to see Paris, but her knees ached, and her doctor warned against long flights. She still wished to write a book, but her trembling hands made the pen feel unbearably heavy. She still dreamed of learning how to swim, but her weakened heart made every effort a risk. Anita sat there quietly, tears falling onto the faded pages of the notebook, and with a trembling voice, she whispered, "I waited far too long." That evening, something inside Anita stirred, a quiet urging to change, to step outside the walls that had held her for so long. She draped a light shawl over her shoulders and walked to the nearby park. A gentle smile spread across her face as she watched children laughing, their carefree voices rising as they swung higher and higher. Anita chose a stone bench beneath the shade of a tree. By chance, she sat next to a little girl, small and bright-eyed, who was bent over her sketchbook, lost in her own world of drawing. Leaning slightly toward her, Anita asked softly, "What are you drawing, dear?" The girl looked up, her eyes shining, and a pure smile lit her face. "A story," she said proudly. "One day, I want to make it into a book." The brief exchange lingered in Anita's heart long after. It was as though a tiny flame, long extinguished, had suddenly flickered back to life. Her heart trembled. "I once dreamed of that too, so long ago." The little girl tilted her head, curiosity sparkling in her round eyes. "Then why didn't you do it?" Anita let out a quiet sigh, her gaze drifting far away, as if looking through the years that had slipped by. After a pause, she answered gently, "Because I always thought I had plenty of time." Her voice dropped, barely more than a breath. "I kept waiting, but time never waited for me." The air grew still. The girl's expression changed, her youthful face suddenly serious. With eyes as clear as glass, she looked straight at Anita, unwavering. "But you can still write, Auntie. You can tell stories. You just told me one right now." Her words pierced Anita's heart like an arrow. So simple, yet so true. That night, Anita lay awake in bed, unable to sleep. Over and over, the girl's voice echoed in her mind, "You can still write." And the next morning, as sunlight slipped gently through the window, Anita reached for a brand new notebook. Not the old one buried in dust and regrets, but a clean, empty book waiting to be filled. Her hands trembled, but her spirit was steady. On the very first page, she wrote, "New bucket list. Write short stories for children. Read books about Paris. Teach swimming theory to kids, even if I can't swim." A gentle smile formed on Anita's lips. "I may never see Paris, but I can read about it and imagine. I may never swim, but I can help others learn. I may not be young anymore, but I can still live fully." From that day on, Anita's mornings were no longer filled with emptiness. Instead, they began with fresh pages, alive with her words. She wrote simple yet heartfelt stories, tales of her days as a teacher, stories about kindness, about dreams that had once been left behind. She visited the park more often, and soon children gathered around her, eager and bright-eyed. They listened closely as she read aloud, her voice soft but steady. Laughter filled the air, clapping hands echoed, and little voices pleaded, "Tell us another one, Grandma. Please, just one more." One afternoon, a local teacher overheard Anita's storytelling. With a warm smile, she approached and invited Anita to share her stories with students at school. For a moment, Anita hesitated in surprise, but then she nodded. Soon, her stories were not only heard in the park, but also published in the school magazine, and eventually collected into a small book. Anita's dream had finally come true. Not in the way she once imagined, but in the way life, in its gentle wisdom, allowed it to happen. She opened her old notebook once more, staring at those youthful words written so long ago. But this time she didn't cry. Instead, she smiled softly, for she had discovered something profoundly important. You don't need to wait for the perfect moment. The truth is, it may never come. You just need to begin, right here, right now. If you keep waiting to live, time will live without you. And believe me, time has never waited for anyone. Dreams don't have an expiration date, but our years and our health do. So don't sit still, hoping for the right day. Because if you keep waiting, someday may quietly become never. Life will never wait for us to be ready, and neither should you. Start today, live while you still can. Because dreams are not only for the young, they are for anyone brave enough to chase them. Think about it. If you keep waiting for the right time, isn't it possible that your whole life will pass in nothing but waiting? Start right now, with whatever you have, right where you are. Even the smallest step forward will bring you closer to your dream. And every step will fill your life with meaning, with joy, with treasures that no amount of lost time can ever buy back. Don't let the years slip away in regret. Don't let the day come when you look back and whisper, "If only I had started sooner." Live now, before it's too late. If Anita's story has touched your heart, I believe there is a dream inside you too. Perhaps one you've tucked away and almost forgotten. Don't wait any longer. Begin today. And if you'd like to walk alongside me on this journey of rediscovering life's meaning through stories like this, I invite you to subscribe, leave a comment sharing your own dream, and share this video with someone who may need a little hope right now. Because sometimes a single small action can be the spark that spreads light, helping us carry these stories further together. Thank you for staying with me until the end. I'll see you in the next story, where new lessons and gentle reminders are waiting to be found.